All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sean here with BlueRidgeSilverhound. Hope everyone's having a great night. We got some coin news out in the world today. A lot of U.S. Mint stuff. One pretty notable U.S. Mint piece of news that we're going to address. Maybe some of you have probably heard about it, but we'll talk a little bit about it here in this video. We have the sale of this bad boy right here that I also wanted to address. I mean, this has got to be some sort of record for Eisenhower dollars, and we'll address this quite soon here. This is a fresh sale from Great Collections that never got brought up on my Monday market report from last night. So we'll talk a little bit about it. It's certainly worth a little bit of a conversation. And then finally, a well-known Lincoln Cent variety gets a little bit of a name change via PCGS's attribution services. We're going to talk about that, and hopefully you guys can chime in. It's a good idea to change things up, even though we're all used to a certain kind of vernacular about one of the popularly collected and hunted for varieties in the Lincoln Cent series. But first of all, check out this 1974D Eisenhower dollar that sold here over the weekend. Wow, this thing is a blockbuster. So it ended to the tune of $13,162.50 with buyer's premium, of course, included. 42 bids. But check that thing out there on the left side of your screen. It's, pointing the wrong way. That side. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, it's also got a little bit of a QA sticker, which is similar to CAC. Only QA is more for the modern coins. So it's a secondary certification service that's available to folks that want the extra added security that the grade on the holder is tried and true to the coin. So QA has been around for a while, and we have noticed significant premiums on coins that exhibit either a standard QA sticker like you see there or the gold ones. But check this thing out. This thing is a monster. I mean, obviously, the big reason why that this coin even sold for this amount of money, well, two reasons, actually. I mean, check out the toning on this bad boy. Nice, even, kind of like yellow to gold with little hints of brown and rose all throughout. A toning pattern that you don't typically come across on this particular composition, which is a copper nickel clad. We've seen them on some Jefferson nickels in the past. We've actually seen quite a few very remarkable looking toned Jefferson nickels. But this is probably one of the best looking Ike dollars I have seen in quite some time. And I've seen quite a few of these and have made, I've talked about some of these headliners in just the last few years. So, yeah, just a really, really staggeringly beautiful coin. Here's the reverse, kind of sharing in similar coloration to the obverse. I think, it suits it. There are people that are just simply not coned collectors, and that's okay. But there is a completely different group of folks that wouldn't mind owning something like this. But there's also one extra catch to this whole thing as to why it sold for $13,000, as you can see there. I gave in. Anyways, I was trying to highlight it for you, but you guys see it. PCGS pops on this 74 Denver right here. If we just go all the way across, you can see 74D, Ike dollars, all the way to this column here, where we have the highest graded examples, 34 and 67, 9 in 67 plus, as you can see right there. So there are a few of them that do exist. That is one of 9 known examples, and that makes it effectively the top pop for that particular coin. So there is the reason why that this thing sold for a lot of money. Top pop graded coin, toning, that looks good. That's really not offensive. It's not terminal. It's not dark. that one is a beauty. It's probably going to end up in some registry set. All right, so 74D Eisenhower dollar, $13,000 sale. Beautiful. The next piece of news is this Lincoln cent. So the 1988 Lincoln cent with what we normally either call it the wide AM or the reverse of 89. Okay, you can find them in both Philadelphia and Denver minted examples of a business strike coin. Recently got a little bit of a name change. So they are now called the Flared G variety per PCGS. And that's what they're using, in spite of the fact that a lot of other folks will still refer to it as the wide AM or the reverse of 89 or simply just the FS901 if you're a Cherry Picker's Guide aficionado. But this one undergone a little bit of a name change here in the last week or so. So someone had brought it up. My live coin Q&A panel members had talked about this. The Philadelphia coins are a little bit tougher to find in comparison to the Denver minted specimens. But when you're looking at these, you're going to be looking, okay, number one, you got the wide AM right there. So you got a nice little gap between the A&M and America on the reverse, but also check out the initials as well. The G in FG, Frank Gasparo's initials, has a flared kind of like tip at the bottom of the G right there. And that's how you could differentiate the reverse of 88 to the reverse of 89, which is simply just a transitional variety for this coin. Most examples of this coin are, look a lot like what you see here. Okay, very well circulated. Where these coins get a little bit more valuable is if they're graded and they're full red and they're just a really nice mid-state example. These coins can get pretty crazy. Let's see if there's any full reds that we know of here. There's a few. Man, the coin looks and it hits a whole lot more differently when it looks like this. Like it came out of a BU roll, but there you go. Mid-state 67 red. I mean, you can't really get any better than that, but there you go. It's got the little flared G at the bottom. Wide AM right there. But as far as pops are concerned, there's one in 67 plus. You can see it's a nice priced coin right there at $2,750. There's also 2 in 67, 5 in 66, and then finally 7 in mid-state 65 right there. So, quite the valuable coin. And even if you go down lower than that, I mean, you're talking about a few $100s on a coin that, if it grades no better than the 63 red, I mean, you're in pretty good shape. But most of the time, the coins that people do find look like this. They got circulation wear. They may have a little bit of mid-red splashed in. Kind of hard to say. But even still, coins that are like this are still worth about $25 to $50 on a good day. It really depends on the cleanliness of your examples, but anything that looks good, that doesn't have too many corrosion or carbon spots, is obviously going to be the way to go when it comes to reselling these. Those are just going to be more heavily pursued by variety aficionados of this particular series. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Name change called the Flared G, like G Unit. And again, they also changed it out for the 88 Denver as well. The 88Ds, I believe, are a little bit more easy to access, bit easier to find. But yeah, they went with the same vernacular, the Flared G. We do have a few full red examples that have graded in the past. But when we go ahead and scroll all the way over to where there are some actual pops, Pop 6 for mid-state 67, $2,500. So, yeah, they're both quite valuable. They're a great find when you do come across it. If you're hunting through BU rolls of these, always look out for this variety. If you're searching through BU rolls of 88Ds, this should be front and center for a lot of you and not just that doubled ear. That's another great find as well. All right, and then finally, the last thing newsworthy that I wanted to talk about is the U.S. Mint had sent out this email communication, I believe yesterday, and it talks about the launch of the virtual waiting room. Okay, and then they go on to explain that due to popular demand of some of the U.S. Mint's items. I mean, if they were going to resell the Enhanced Reverse 2019 W, I'm willing to bet they would kind of wish they'd have a virtual waiting room. For those of you that are very familiar with ordering hot video games or possibly that next hot kind of trading card, like on Panini or Topps website, those things sell out really fast. The website encounters massive issues, server issues, the websites locking up and shooting out all sorts of error codes all over the place. So they're doing this to help kind of, not so much kind of solve the problem, but to kind of ease it up a little bit. Like if you have a sore shoulder, you put ice on it, and it kind of feels better over time. It's not the quick fix, or it's not the fix that's been plaguing the US Mint website for the longest time. But it certainly is a step in the right direction. And what it is when you're interested in a very popular US Mint product, you're going to go into the website and you're going to hit add to cart or go into waiting room. And what it does is it puts you in line or in a queue compared with other people that want the same item. And let's say an item launched at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. You go in there at 9 o'clock. Okay, the website performs okay enough to where you could get to the item to where you could check out. It puts you into the waiting room. You could be number 50, out of however many hundreds of people that are in that waiting room with you as well. So the quicker you get into the waiting room, the quicker you can check out, and then hopefully check out with the items that you do want. Feel free to read through this. I'm going to go ahead and scroll very slowly through this so that way you guys could check it out. Looks like they're going to start the waiting room process on March 2nd with the release of the 2023 American Silver Eagle proof coin that has the W mint mark and the 2023 Congratulations set. I think the last time I saw a waiting room was when I was ordering a Magic the Gathering product. It was like a secret lair or something like that. And, it just simply says, go into waiting room. It puts you in there. You can leave the waiting room at any time, either by Xing out of the website or just leaving and going back to the main page of the Mint website or whatever. But yeah, that's what they got going on. Here's the only thing. The US Mint has no spectacular Mint product waiting in the wings for 2023 from what I can tell. Unless they decide to throw in a kind of like a last minute Easter egg type thing for this year. However, I'm just not seeing that right yet. And the waiting room really doesn't mean a whole lot when they're using it on a proof Silver Eagle and a Congratulations set. I'm sorry. It's just not going to give me or anyone else the right amount of kind of analytical data to determine if this thing really is going to work. You need to put something like really rare and really coveted into the US Mint website and then let this thing fly and then see what it does. Simple as that. You don't have to camp out as they would, it doesn't benefit you to camp out. Camping can be fun, just cook up some s'mores and get ready for your next big Silver Eagle release. So yeah, that's that right there. Before I let you guys go, keep in mind, we are 2 days away from the launch of my personal coin auction on the platform Whatnot. Yes, unless you've been not paying attention to any of my videos, I'm going to be auctioning coins on the platform. You can either download the app or go onto the website on your PC and go check it out. And as always, I'm going to have my referral link down below in the description box, or it's going to be pinned in the comments section of this video. So if you wanted to earn yourself $15 in credit to use toward your first purchase, you could certainly sign up for my for my referral link. And then enjoy, whether it's through me or one of the other sellers on the platform. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I promise not to play like obnoxious music or, be one of those guys, because I've already heard some things from certain individuals that I've known for quite a while saying, yeah, I can't stomach it because of the music and, the guys talking. And it's, way too ridiculous. I'm not one of those. Okay, I'm a no nonsense. Let's just get this thing over with kind of guy. And it's a truly, it's going to be a fun A through Z process that's going to take all of the headaches out of traditional auctions. So be prepared. Come down. Show your boy Blue a little bit of support. If not to buy anything, just hang out and watch people bid and see how that process works. And you're going to see that a lot of people are going to be getting a mighty good deal on some coins. I got quite the lineup of coins, along with some new ones that just came in today, along with more silver and things of that nature. So that's going to go ahead and do it for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the US Coin News Minute with your boy Blue Ridge, minute times 16. But that's it. You guys take care. Have a great night. And I guess I'll see you cats on the next video and hopefully on the Whatnot auction. See ya.